I'm in New Orleans. I'm down here to see a couple of friends, old friends, and I'm excited about seeing them. I'm going to see them tomorrow. So today I'm just killing time with my mom at her work. She's a minister, so I'm hanging out in this church. And I'm thinking about things. I'm thinking about bipolar disorder and my suicide attempt, which was about 2 years ago now. And I'm just wondering where I am with the medicine that I'm taking. And with this illness, I guess right now is one of those times when I don't really even believe that I have bipolar disorder. It's always bugged me that there's no test for it. And even though the MMPI does test for it, and it did indicate that I have it, but that there's no physical test, there's no brain scan. At least last I checked, there was no brain scan that could tell you if you have bipolar disorder. And I don't know why that bothers me so much. Just that it's so subjective. Based on one diagnostician or another, you could have it or not. And I think that's kind of a lot to be playing with. I'm wondering if the medicines I'm on are doing anything. I hate my hair. My hair is frizzy. It's fluffy. It's not what I want. I'd rather have it shaved. But I didn't have the balls to shave it last time. And I just wonder what I'm becoming as a human being. As a 35-year-old, I just feel wimpy and useless and fat. I didn't feel those things when I was 20. But I wasn't writing books when I was 20 either. And now I am. So there's this set of trade-offs, I guess, or just set of circumstances anyway. I think that some of my problems are financial. My little sister disagrees. But I think that some of what we call bipolar, what we call the problems stemming from my bipolarity, are really financial problems that would go away if I had some money. I don't think they're all that way, and maybe that's all my sister is trying to say, is that they're not all financial. I certainly agree with that. But I think some of my problems are just economic. I don't have money, so I live with my aunt, and I go to a shitty healthcare provider and have the low self-esteem of a person that doesn't have a job. I don't know, it just sucks right now. And I sincerely wonder if I stopped taking all of these medicines, if everything would be the same as it is. Except I'd be less drowsy. I'm not even sure that I need to be on these medicines, or that I have bipolar disorder. I guess that means I'm feeling fine. Maybe that means the latest medicine change is working. But would I be okay anyway? A lot of my suicide reasons, my reasons surrounding my suicide attempt, were situational. I was out of a job. I was late on my rent. I was running out of a place to live. I didn't know how my life was going to proceed. There was no safety net here. I don't know how it's like. I do know what it's like for people in some other countries. There's some better safety nets, or there are worse safety nets, depending on the country. But in the United States, there's no safety net. If you run out of money, you're fucked. You either go live with your family or you live on the street. And of course I didn't want to live on the street, and I didn't want to live with my family either. You know, I live with my family now. I love them. It's getting to the point where I've been there long enough that some things annoy me, you know, about the situation, and I just have to put up with them. More on that later, or maybe not. Maybe I don't even feel like talking about that. But I mean, I had a plan for my life, which was to do, I don't know, I mean, to do software engineering. I don't know if that was ever really my plan, but it was just something I did because I needed money. And that plan has fallen the fuck apart. I don't do that anymore, and I don't even know if I could get back into doing that. You know, to get a job doing software engineering, I'd have to move to another city. There's no jobs for that sort of thing in Baton Rouge. No well-paying ones, anyway. You know, I mean, it would be... There's no jobs doing the type of software engineering that I was doing anyway, which was a very specialized type of software engineering. So I'd have to move to another city to get a job in that. I don't have enough money to move to another city. I don't have any money, you know. So that plan has fallen apart, and now my backup plan, which was really, you know, my primary plan, was to be some kind of an artist, is my only plan. You know, I write books now. I've published one. I want to sell more books. I'd like to sell books to the degree that I could live off of those sales. But that may never happen, you know. We're not all J.D. Salinger. So it may be that I have to write for no money if I want to do that. That may be a pro bono sort of arrangement for me in this lifetime, which is okay. You know, I don't... In some sort of sense, I don't mind living at my aunt and uncle's house and writing. You know, in fact, I love it in a lot of ways. But I have to overcome a lot of cultural ideas that make me feel like I should feel like a loser. You know, I'm the 30-something-year-old person who lives with his family because I'm not successful enough to go live out on my own and make babies, you know, and have a lover. I have to be alone at my grandmother's house because I'm not allowed to have people over there, you know. That's my path right now, and I'm not entirely happy with it. I am and I'm not, you know, it's both. But today I'm not. Anyway, that's it.